The scene kicks off with an officer rushing in, warning that a drone might be peeking into nearby hotel windows. His concern? What could happen, not what's actually going on. The drone operator is careful, steering clear of private areas and following the rules. In the UK, filming from a public spot, even with a drone, is legal unless it becomes harassment or targets someone in a clearly intrusive way. Having a zoom lens isn't a crime. The officer's worries may sound reasonable, but they're based on what-ifs.
I'll be about half an hour total.
Yeah.
I'll be gone. I'll come in and tell you when I'm finished.
Oh, go for it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Just be aware that I might have to come. I'm going to leave it, but if someone else comes and tells me, then I have to come.
If you're told to come and speak to me, you do what you've been told to do. Yeah?
Thank you.
Obviously, don't try and pull the control off me, nothing like that.
I'm not going to do something.
But I'll be just there.
Yeah, no worries.
All right? Thank you very much, mate. It's lawful.
Right, no.
Come
here.
Go on.
Walk with me.
Yeah, sure. Where we going?
Can you count? Because I don't want to assume that you're not a numerate. Can you count?
Well,
did you launch it from here?
No.
Where did you launch it from?
Up there. I walked down to here.
But you're vertically, it was seen above this spot. So
no, the drone's been up there. Probably where we are now.
Right. Okay.
Along there.
Come here.
Go on.
Right.
What are you showing me?
Count. Walk me. 1.
Right.
2.
What are we counting in meters?
Right. I'm going to say.
No, I don't. Go on.
I told you that your drone use would be considered a privacy issue to the people in that hotel.
I've stayed away from the windows.
I checked. It doesn't matter whether you've stayed away from the window.
Of course it matters.
You've got a camera that can zoom in.
I'm not here to zoom into the window, my friend.
I don't know what you haven't done.
Things take a strange turn when the officer calls in the counterterrorism unit. There's no suspicious behavior, no threat, nothing close to terrorism. UK law under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000 requires solid evidence before linking someone to terror activity, and that's a high bar. Here, we have a lawful, calm drone flight. Dragging counterterrorism into it wastes resources and undermines trust in those units.
Can I show you? I'll show you the video.
However, I've also checked the details of what you can do.
Go on.
With a small drone.
Yeah.
All right?
Sure.
And you can't go within 50 metres of someone horizontally. There are people in that building.
Not true.
Well,
I'll show you the legislation.
I've just looked at the diagram.
Scroll down to the bottom, 250 underground.
Secondly, what did I tell you would happen? Is that this would get called in as a security alert.
I've been in there, I've told them.
Stop talking.
They had no issue.
Stop talking and listen to me. Right? What did I tell you would happen? Is that this would get called into police as a security
But it's
alert.
you're back.
Stop talking and listen.
You need to speak to your boss, mate.
Right. Stop talking and listen.
No
I don't need to be.
Go on, I'll listen to you.
I'm
going to look the research thing up. You talk. Go on.
What I told you is that if you launch a drone in this location,
I'm going to put it back in the bag.
It's make sure you do. And if it comes out again, honestly, this time there's no mucking around. I'm just
for a YouTube video.
Yeah. The drone part, yeah.
Oh, okay. Counter-terrorism unit.
Well, I hope.
Like I told you.
I hope that they know. I hope that they know the legislation a bit better.
Right.
Because 250 on an underground drone can go any distance from anywhere. Within reason.
Next, the officer demands personal details, citing Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. But that law only applies if someone is causing harassment, alarm, or distress, which isn't happening here. When challenged, he switches reasons, mentioning drone regulations and breach of the peace. Neither holds up. Drone rules fall under the Civil Aviation Authority, not the police, and breach of the peace only applies when violence is happening or likely. Stopping someone from leaving without cause? That's detention, and it risks violating Article 5 of the Human Rights Act.
You have to be safe.
Yes.
So if I was to hover it over these people, clearly he's reckless. If I go and fly right up to the windows, it's a privacy issue.
What's the distance that you can go horizontally?
There's no distance with a sub 250
meters.
There's no distance with a sub 250 gram drone.
I've looked it up.
You're wrong.
With the size of your drone.
You're wrong.
50 meters.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Anyway, the point is, I said the point I'm making to you is not that this is an issue of the drone regulations. I'm not here to.
But I'm not breaking any laws, my friend. I know you don't like it, but I'm okay to do it.
Right. At the moment, you're not going to leave until I've taken your details under the Police Reform Act, Section 50. You've now got a right to give me the details because you're doing something.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Okay, I breached the drone regulations and
I haven't breached. I can show it if you want.
Okay, you've caused a security alert to happen at this station that luckily I've been able to keep a lid on, okay, because of the conversation we had earlier.
The drone pilot handles it like a pro, pulling up official CAA guidelines and showing he's in the clear. He's polite, factual, and right on the law. The officer ignores it, repeating breach of the peace, as if saying it makes it true. In reality, case law like R. Laporte, v. Chief Constable of Gloucestershire, makes clear a breach needs an immediate threat of violence, something entirely absent here.
Had I not been here, or I'd been engaged with something else, that would likely to have escalated to something much bigger, which is the very breach of the peace that I advised you not to do, and yet you've gone ahead and done it. So, for that reason, I'm going to require your details.
Can I just speak to this officer?
No. Do not leave.
I'm not going anywhere, I'm trying to talk to him.
No, if you try to leave, okay, I will arrest you for a breach of the peace, right? You're talking to me, you can talk to him in a moment. Right.
I believe you're overstepping your mark, and I'd like a senior officer to deal with this. I'm not going anywhere, mate. I'm not going to run away.
You are not going anywhere, because if you do, you will be arrested, because
I have not committed any offence. Right. I am lawful to fly here, my friend. I am lawful to fly here.
Okay. The point, as I'm trying to explain to you, which you seem to childishly trying to be getting a reaction.
I just want to fly my drone, mate.
Social media channel, and I'm not really bothered.
I don't want no reaction.
Here
I just want to fly my drone.
Sure an international railway station, an iconic hotel, and another railway station across the road of national importance are able to carry on operating without pointless and avoidable security alerts.
CAA, yeah.
Right.
Drones under 250 gram, right? No.
Stop.
There's no distance.
Right.
I have not broken any regulations, so you have no suspicion of a crime. The only thing I'm required to give you is the ID on the drone, which links to the registration of the drone.
Of the piece.
There's no sneaking or secret filming. The pilot's presence is open and obvious. If anyone feels uneasy, it's because of misunderstanding the rules, not because of his conduct. Legally, a breach has to come from the accused actions, not someone else's overreaction. The real problem here? Poor training for both staff and the officer.
I haven't breached the peace. Flying a drone will not breach the peace, officer.
I told you that it was likely to create a security alert.
But that is not a crime.
I've had someone come running into our office going, there's a guy flying drones. Can you come check it out from a security point
of
view?
Course.
Exactly what I predicted would happen.
Yeah, but I've came in to tell you what I'm doing.
What if it wasn't me that he came to speak to, and it was another officer who goes, oh my God, this could be anything. Let's
generally,
evacuate.
look, I'll be honest with you.
Or he'd gone straight to his manager before coming to us, and they'd made that decision. Okay. I told you that was a possibility.
I can't stop people overreacting.
No.
I've told you. I've told the hotel.
You can.
I've pre-warned everybody.
You can, because I told you that was a likely consequence to your behaviour.
It's unjustified.
And you carried on doing it.
It's unreasonable. I'm not committing a crime.
The officer then raises EGR 160, restricted airspace, usually for helicopters during royal or VIP movements. But EGR 160 starts at 1,000 feet. Drones in the open category fly below 400. Unless there's a live NOTAM or temporary restriction, the rule doesn't apply. And on this day, there's none. The pilot explains it better than the so-called expert confronting him.
This officer on the end of the phone here is one of our drone specialists. He's going to categorically tell you can not launch that from here. Listen to what he's got to say.
Hello.
And introduce himself. Jobs are good. In short.
Hello.
Hi mate, it's PC Green with BTP. Basically, where you're trying to take off from my understanding, now I'm not there, but from my understanding, if you're looking at the maps that I'm looking at, which is drone assist, you are trying to take off within a restricted airspace. If you're trying to take off in that restricted airspace, you will be committing offence under the air navigation order.
No, where I am, I'm outside St Pancras, which is only in EGR.
That's called
160, specified area.
Which is a specified area and shown as a restricted airspace.
No, the specified area is for helicopters only. Drones are allowed in the specified area. The City of London is very close, but I'm not in that zone.
Even if the footage is for a monetized YouTube channel, the pilot's drone is under 20 kilograms and in the open category. In 2025 UK law, that doesn't require insurance. The expert is mixing up rules for high-risk flights with ones for basic, legal operations.
Also, have you got insurance, on a separate note, have you got insurance to be flying it for commercial purposes?
I do. I don't think I need to have it, but I do have that, yes.
If you're uploading it to YouTube and there's a potential for monetary gain, you need commercial insurance.
I do have it anyway, I do, yeah.
Can I get your insurance code, please?
Code?
Yep, there should be on your insurance document a code saying that it covers it.
I don't have the details to log in right now, mate. I literally made it yesterday, but the thing is, I don't think I need to provide you that anyway, but I am with that company. If you check them out now...
Under the air navigation order, mate, if I require that you provide me with proof of insurance to fly the drone for commercial purposes whilst you're with that drone and trying to fly it, and it's not got the code on your side of your aircraft with your operator ID number, that drone can be seized.
I do have the code on the drone, yeah. I know I have to provide you that.
Yeah, and it also says under that same navigation order that you are to provide proof of insurance.
I don't need insurance though for this drone.
You do, because you're flying it for commercial. YouTube counts as commercial purpose. If you're uploading it to YouTube, it's for a commercial purpose, therefore you require insurance.
The checks are done. Drone model confirmed. Insurance details given voluntarily. Everything is legal. But instead of closing the case, the officer keeps pressing, now talking about a security alert that doesn't hold water.
Anyway, let me just try and log in. I don't have an issue giving it you, but
yeah, no, that's fine, mate.
Yeah, he's got an insurance policy from FPV UK, and it says you're now covered by our £5 million public and private liability insurance, which includes commercial drone use. However, you have, as I explained to you, do you understand what a common law breach of the peace is?
Officer,
do you understand?
Flying a drone illegally
is
not going to cause a breach of the peace.
Right.
It can't be interpreted as that.
Right. Anything that disrupts the normal, unhindered running of society, okay,
me standing there is not doing that
deliberately, especially when someone knows or ought to have known that would cause a breach, is a breach of the peace. Okay, I've told you specifically, if you fly a drone there, we will have a security alert immediately raised in the station.
Doesn't mean it's reasonable.
And what has happened? It doesn't matter whether you believe it's reasonable.
You guys
or not.
know now that the drone is legal. So anybody that calls you say we've checked him out, he's all legit.
A breach of the peace, and I've told you the reasons why.
At this stage, the officer has no lawful basis left. Section 50 doesn't apply. There's no harassment, and pushing for ID is edging into unlawful detention territory under Article 5. This isn't policing, it's overreach.
A security alert outside an iconic hotel, an international rail hub, and another key piece of national infrastructure over the road.
It doesn't matter, officer.
It does matter, because if they had... Right, I'm not having this conversation with you again. I'm going to demand your details, and then I'm going to direct you to leave the vicinity of the railway station. If you come back, you will be arrested, all right? But you will be arrested if you do not give me your details so that I can record the...
I've committed no offence.
You've committed a breach of the peace. Are you going to give me your details, or am I going to arrest you? This isn't a thing I'm doing.
I think you should call your boss before you arrest me.
No, I'm going to.
Just before you do.
I've advised you not to do something because
it would be an unlawful arrest.
No, it wouldn't, because I gave you the opportunity not to take the action. You've chosen to do it, knowing that it would be regarded as a breach of the peace.
1 second, I'll show you.
Are you going to give me your details or not? Section 50, Police Reform Act. If you do not give me your details, I am going to immediately arrest you. Are you going to give me your details now?
I haven't denied it, have I? I haven't said I won't.
Give me your details now.
The officer eventually gets the details, but only after the pilot warns he's stepping into civil claim territory. The pilot stays calm, pointing out no law's been broken. The officer continues, seemingly out of pride, not necessity.
Under threat of arrest, I'll give you the details.
Right. Surname, please.
Surname? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, absolutely positive. I have no choice. You've committed an offence, I have to take your details.
But I'm going to go and commit that same offence now, aren't I?
No, you're not. I explained this to you. First name?
Daniel. And as I said, before I give you the date of birth, are you 100% sure? Because I will 110% HNK it later. Right. With this whole video.
As you've committed a criminal offence...
Please don't.
I have to do appropriate checks.
You know
the quickest way. Okay. If
I haven't. No. I said you know I haven't committed an offence. You know I haven't because I'm about to do it now.
I've informed you that you have. So, no, you're going to do something different now. Like I said.
Okay. What do you need? Look, I'm not going to be arrested.
What's your name?
I'll give you the name.
What's your... Any middle names?
No.
Have you got a police record that we can check this against?
I don't need to give you that, do I?
I don't know.
You check.
I need to verify that these are genuine. The quickest way, based on my knowledge of how the system works, okay, is to give me your date of birth. If you don't want to give me that, that's fine.
Whatever I'm required to give by the law that I think you're overstepping, but whatever you demand, I'll give it to you under threat of arrest. What do you need?
I need your name and address, but because you're being really, really cagey about giving it, I require you to give me your date of birth.
I'm not being cagey.
Because
I'm saying it because I feel like you don't want to do it.
That is a way.
I feel like you don't want to overstep the mark, and I feel like you want to walk away, and you don't want to have a civil claim. That's what I feel, which is why I've said to you, are you sure?
I want not to arrest someone.
I'm not being cagey.
No, but you've been quite
nothing
childish.
to hide.
Right, give me your name and date of birth then. If you've got nothing to hide.
I'm not happy that you've infringed on my rights.
I don't require you to be happy.
Then comes the emotional policing. The officer says the drone can't fly again because the hotel manager doesn't like it. But personal preference isn't law. Rights exist to protect lawful acts from being shut down because someone feels uncomfortable.
You've done
I've got to be honest, from what you've shown me of your work with the drones, do you know what, that's got a huge artistic merit. You've wasted, today, 2 hours of my time, right?
Have I?
Yeah, because if you just followed my direction, I wouldn't...
Had I followed it though, I would have just not flown at all, I would have walked off.
Well, exactly, and that's what I want.
And now we've agreed that...
You can do it elsewhere, different action. I've agreed.
Still round here, but I'll be over there, right?
Yeah, if you do it here, I will be back and it will be a different story.
Can we just clarify, officer? No, 1 second.
No,
if I'm here...
everything.
No, hold on. So you said, as long as I'm off there at the property, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want to be... I don't want to have you come back.
Trespassing because they said they don't want you here, so you need to leave this place.
Just to clarify, you're happy for me to do it, but not anywhere on here?
We've explained this to you.
I don't want you coming out again, that's all.
You know where the zones are on your map from the CIA.
So as long as I fly legally, you're okay with it?
Obviously, avoid the area around that crane. Do not go on King's Cross Square. Do not go on this forecourt of this hotel because the management of the hotel has said that they don't want that happening. I've told you.
You can let the station know now with your authority. You can say I've checked him out.
That's
it's all good.
Circumstances.
Don't worry about it.
But do not go over. I've given you. I will tell them that I've given you clear directions not to fly over King's Cross Square, not to fly over St Pancras Square. That's kind of the square at the back. You know,
but I lawfully can, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay out here.
You lawfully can't because I'm telling you, if you do it there, we're going to have security alerts, and that interferes with other people's safety and comfort. So you're not lawfully, just because you've got an intrinsic right to do something, okay? I've got
security alerts don't trump the law, though.
Shout at the top of my lungs. If I went to 1 inch of your eardrum and shouted at the top of my lungs,
that's
that
a breach of the peace.
You're getting it.
Because I'm a person that's saying you're breaching my peace. Me at 120 metres up there, out of sight of anybody, it's not doing anything, mate. I saw another drone up there earlier. When I was flying, there was a second drone, by the way.
Was there?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it may have been you guys.
I haven't given that person a direct warning, so...
I'm just letting you know there was a second drone up there.
And you're not the first person to come and do this. But you're the first person to behave as damn childishly about it. But there you go. I've given you a direct warning. You have a good day.
The encounter ends with the officer walking away, tossing in a childish insult. From start to finish, it's been poor policing, groundless claims, ignored evidence, and a refusal to de-escalate. The pilot stayed transparent, within the law, and respectful. The officer, on the other hand, misused Section 50, misread drone rules, and tried to enforce feelings instead of facts. In doing so, he didn't just lose credibility, he opened the door for legal action.